Hey everyone, it's Nikki from the Society of Witchcraft and Old Magic. And I've been thinking a lot about just talking plainly for a few minutes to the magical public about manifestation. It gets a lot of air in the online world. People talk about positive visualizations and vision boards and doing spells properly and things like that to try to chase after how to be the best manifester. And I have come to realize through my own life and trials, and also watching the manifestation skills of those around me, that the biggest influences in a person's success is not positive thinking, is not visualization skills, but is the ability to affect their own emotional regulation. It's much easier said than done, which is why it's actually kind of a rare talent. And you'll be able to recognize these traits in people that have this talent naturally or who have honed it with careful precision through their lives. So what I mean by this emotional regulation is the ability to truly enjoy yourself before you have any of the things that you want, to decide that whether or not you get there, that you're going to have a damn good time doing it, that you're going to enjoy the ride, that the journey is the emphasis, not the end goal. And I was recently watching a scientific video about motivation and effort with my husband, and the neuroscientist was explaining the effects of accomplishing a goal and how we get a dopamine release from that. And so that makes us feel great. And the problem with it is that then when we don't meet the goal, so if you're working out and dieting and doing things that you don't feel good, all the moments that you think about the goal not being met, because that's where you get that great chemical release. So the whole talk, in a very scientific way, was about trying to retrain yourself to look at your effort as being the reward. Reward yourself for a great job in the moment of trying to accomplish something. And this, I realized as I was watching the scientific talk, is exactly paralleled in how a truly talented occultist operates. Because I will try to think about what I'd like to do. And I know that I can't control everything in the world, and I know that things constantly change. So while my goal may be possible, I don't know all that might be entailed, and I don't know if it'll truly happen. Magicians can do divination and get good reads on things like that, but there are so many factors that things can change along the way. So we never have this 100% guarantee. And so I've learned to just decide that I'm going to have a good time trying, regardless of the outcome. And I give myself props for efforts I make in my behavior, on a daily basis. And this makes me feel good. I think I get that dopamine hit from feeling great about how I conducted myself in the course of a day, even if I don't have all the long-term things that I would want. But in so doing, that is regulating my emotions back to a place of contentment, of self-satisfaction, of trust in myself. And I'll get to that again in a moment too. That creates this positive emotional state that actually draws excellent potential and better circumstances into the area around you energetically. By the laws of sympathy, your emotions are a very strong raw power. And so what you are frequently feeling is going to be the kind of thing you can expect to see around the corner. So it works in the case, I tell my students this, you can practice this with something very trivial in life, like playing a board game or a card game. And you can look at that crappy hand that you drew and say, well, there's no way I can win this. Now, you could sit there and mope and be like, it's no fun when I know I can't win. Or you could say, well, I'm pretty sure I can't win, so I might as well have a darn good time enjoying my friends, enjoying the laughs, enjoying the suspense. And that emotional regulation that comes from taking that attitude makes you feel happy. And a lot of times, I swear, I'll win anyway, even though it seemed like the odds were completely against me. That's the very small situation, but you can apply this to much more important situations in life, and the parallels will be there. Now, part of this is self-trust. I mentioned that I would come back to that concept. Remember that manifestation is about communication and relationships. This is all of magic. Your ability to communicate energy and conscious ideas to the universe is what gives the end result. But your ability to communicate energies and conscious ideas to the universe is only as good as your ability to communicate and give energy to yourself. Every single thing that you are in relationship with in your life is a reflection of your relationship with yourself. So you absolutely need to have full trust in yourself. Trust yourself to behave in a way that you can be proud of and that you respect. Trust yourself to find happiness even when it's challenging. And I know that is way easier said than done, and I know that it will make some people mad. And that's okay. I am not saying that you can do it, but I am saying that it is possible. So it's something to consider. The trust in yourself, the relationships you have with yourself on an internal level and what that feels like are reflected externally. And the people that are naturally good at having that very contented, self-aware pride in oneself that creates happiness, a joy in being part of this life, this world, however dysfunctional it looks on the outside. We're still a part of it, and we should be able to be proud of our part that we play. Having trust in oneself to do that is a skill, and you can develop it. It's not easy, but you can. So emotional regulation, trust in oneself, love of oneself, and communicating clearly of energies and conscious concepts to the universe in a way that you would want to be communicated with. These are important facts, important factors for the magician who is skilled in manifestation.